What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new tactic video. Today we have got Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich tactics. This tactic scored over 3 goals a game, won a quadruple, and over 5 seasons won close to 20 trophies. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Today it's all about Big Vincent. Well, to make things very clear, the entire test you're going to see today was taken from Season 4 of the rebuild that's going up on my rebuild channel, Daily Josh, tomorrow. So make sure you go and check Daily Josh out as well. It's a channel dedicated to rebuilds and now got a lot of tactical influence as well. Now, this is taken from Season 4 in that rebuild, and all of the games, bar about 6 that whole season, were actually played by myself because I wanted to try and put on a season like this. Now, stat-wise, we are talking, I mean, it's incredible. 3.3 goals a game, a 92% pass completion, over 26 shots per match, and only conceding 0.7 a game. It is absolutely incredible from the pass completion side to the defensive structure to the goals per game. We were absolutely cooking, putting on an absolute world-class display. Now, this was all made possible, this save, by what I now call the ultimate save file. And at any part of the video, you want the buy-in package, which is 3 realistic company tactics, a realistic transfer shortlist, which I'll show you right now. Obviously, we're in Season 4, so some of these names have been updated and some have already been signed. I won't spoil who. It's an accurate representation of players that are either linked with in real life or players that are realistic to sign in the game, and set pieces all loaded into one save file. Make sure you go and check it out on that Patreon. But let's go over what we actually won then. So, going right into it, I will go and say we are going to be champions of the Bundesliga. We'll see how dominant we were in that in a second. Before we do that, obviously, we've got the Super Cup, a 3-0 win over Bayer Leverkusen. Now, sadly, we have still got the glitch where we can't see any of this, but this is an accurate representation of what I saw. An absolute thumping against one of the best teams over in Germany, in Bayer Leverkusen. You need to get your hands on it. It's such a good tactic, and of course, it's inspired from Kompany. So, if you like Vincent Kompany as well, it's going to be double bubble, isn't it, really? Now, the Champions League, we also win. A bit of a boring final, but I don't really care because obviously we won it. And to get to that final, starting off with the league phase, we weren't top on the charts, but we did finish in 4th place, meaning we avoid the knockout playoff rounds, right into the round of 16, a 4-2 win over Atletico, a 6-4 win over Barcelona, and a 6-2 win over Benfica. So we stampeded everybody. The final was a lot closer, and I think the stats are going to be quite close as well. They are. It's pretty much a perfect split. But we get the job done, and to be honest with you, that's all that I really care about. Now, looking into the Bundesliga, looking at the points, you can see here, we have got a lot of players. By the way, Barcola is one of my players. I did sign him. So Musiala, Kane, and Barcola, most goals, most clean sheets. And looking at the actual league stage, we only lost 2 games. Now, I'm not going to spoil it, but we did have an invincible season in this 5-year run as well. So that is definitely obtainable, definitely doable. And let's go and watch the Pokal highlights, see how it plays. Sadly, we've got the bug where we can't actually watch that highlight. Don't worry, I'll pick out another game, but the Pokal ended in 3-1 fashion in extra time over Bayer Leverkusen. So a very, very, very good bit of success. And to be honest, the whole fixture schedule was absolutely incredible. You can see here, we hardly lost a single game. So I'm going to go through these games now and pick one that I think is going to have a little bit of entertainment. I might actually do this live, to be honest, and we can see if we can get lucky together and actually be able to watch a highlight. So let's go into this game against St. Pauli. Now, what happens usually is it just sticks at this. If for some reason I'm having some proper bad, we can watch a game. Come on, SI, we can watch a game. Right, let's see this then. It's not the most hard game in the season, but I have gone over like 3 games and I still can't watch the highlights. So I will take what I can get. We are going to build up here with Bowardy over the top into Jamal Musiala, one of the best players in world football. A ball back stick, and Harry Kane absolutely leaps like a salmon. And this was 4 years in, so he is getting on. Still like to see he's got that about him. Beautiful ball. As we go again here from a set piece from that corner into Davies, back into Kimmich, and look at that. For passing fans, you're going to love that. Great give and go. Oh my days, just beautiful. Back into Barcola on the ball, back into Davies, ball inside. That would have been a penalty, I think, but Oh, maybe it should have been a penalty. Upamecano is going to receive it at the back regardless. Drives it out wide into Davies, and the passing play, the movement, how fluid it is, you're not going to find much better, and that is as easy as it gets. 2-0 in the first half. And of course we can play out from the back as well. Look at this. I mean, we are so calm on the ball, and we were playing this way against big teams as well over this whole 5-year period. It is absolutely beautiful to watch. Conrad Lima filling in at right back as well. Again, a player that was definitely getting older at this point. And look at that hold-up play from Kane. Into Musiala, into Bowerdy on the ball, taking his time. And I've not really counted the passes here, but if you actually add them up, that was easily getting on for 15, 16 passes, probably more than that now, that does lead to this goal. And yes, there was the occasional interesting moment like this, but we do carry it on. Kimmich again picks it up, a ball over the top. It's all about waiting for that moment and capitalising, and that's exactly what we done. And one more goal to come in pretty much not the last kick of the game, but around that time. 87th minute on the clock. Stanisic on at right back, Alvarez on the right hand side, of course signed from Atletico, into Kimmich, back into Upamecano. What's he going to do with it? He's going to spread it wide, of course he is. Into Davies, great pass and play. I mean, honestly, I'm so proud of how this tactic actually come out. It's such a fluid tactic. The movement's really good. That was really on Musiala, to be honest with you, more than a tactical issue. But it's just the way the players make space. There's always a passing option, and if that player doesn't make an error, it's got to be available all the time. And Davies, again, picking it up, taking on a couple of men here, and actually going through the whole team, it seems. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Pick it up. Go on, Stanisic. Go on, down the right-hand side. What's he going to do? He's going to little Panenka ball in, and Harry Kane. Yeah, simple as that. We'll take it. Right then, your favourite part of the video is going to be tactic time. If you are enjoying, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And again, if you are interested in the rebuilds, make sure you go and check out my Daily Josh channel, because we post a load of rebuilds over there, and also some tactics actually go on there first, then make it on here later. Sometimes they just go on there within the rebuild. So make sure you are going over to check it out. People that are on the Patreon will already know this, but I want to make it clear for all my tactical viewers, there is good stuff over there as well, who are just on the YouTube. Now, to make this tactic, again, we're going to have 3 today. If you're going to get one, you need all 3, because at the end of the day, especially in rebuild files, I have to switch the tactic now and then. They are very, very similar, but they are tweaked to obviously go into different games. Now, this tactic is based off a clean slate. This is the default version, but you're also using the positive mentality. It defends in a 4-3-3, it attacks in a 4-2-3-1. Perfect combo. Not too different. Very easy to go from one to the other. Hence why it's very consistent. The results are good. I know we are playing as Bayern, but this sort of formation, this shape, you could honestly get away with playing as anybody with, because it's such a balanced shape. 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 is so simple to get to work with pretty much any team possible. And it's not also too demanding. Now, let's go over and talk about player roles first. So, number 1 is going to be a ball-playing goalkeeper, who actually is going to be told to be more direct with his passing and then simply defaulted. So, the first time we've had an instruction on a goalkeeper, I think since this game's been out, to be honest. The fullback on the right-hand side will be told to run wide, dribble more, make more runs, and take more risks, alongside of mark tight and also tackle harder. The fullback on the left-hand side, stay wider, make more runs, take more risks, mark tight, and also tackle harder. 2 ball-playing defenders on the left-hand side. They are going to be set to default in possession, out of possession, exactly the same. The right-hand side, defaulted and defaulted. So a lot of the real base core instructions are done on the fullbacks. They are going to be told to be quite, attacking, contribute to the play. So the centre-backs are going to be a bit more reserved, a little bit more, just stick to your job. Don't go too crazy. We then go with a box-to-box on the left-hand side of the 2 in the deep area of midfield in that 4-2-3-1. Make more runs, shoot more often, and also default. If you've not got a player who is good at shooting in that role, then I would heavily recommend scrap and shoot more often and have that on balanced. Next to him, we are going to use a DLP, who will be told to be defaulted apart from more direct passing strategy, and then defaulted when it comes to out of possession. Now, because we have got I know we've got a box-to-box, but we've not gone too crazy. For example, we're not playing the central version of this 4-2-3-1. We can afford to have an attacking player, an attacking midfield player, dribbling more, making more runs, and also less often on that trigger press. And this is going to make a big difference in that forward line, because essentially that front four can focus on what they're good at. And what's that? Well, that's attacking. Absolutely vital to get the most out of these players. Now, I do want to quickly say at this part of the video, if you were interested in getting all of these Patreon perks, it includes all free tactics today, all my tactics on mobile, on console, every tactic I drop, all my rebuild files, every ultimate save file, set pieces, training, ad-free viewing, access to big monthly giveaways, one-on-one tactical help, priority in the requests, custom tactics being made, the whole shebang. Make sure you come and check out the Patreon, because we are close to 7,000 members. It's absolutely mental. Much love, and to celebrate it, we've got 25% off. So make sure you come and check out in the description below, as I nearly forgot what I was going to say, and let's resume this tactic. So, on the left-hand side, we are going to use a winger, and he will be told to stay wide, cut inside, dribble more, make more runs, shoot more often. Again, you don't have players with good finishing. Please do not have shoot more often on, and out of possession, he will be defaulted. On the right-hand side with the inside forward, roam, cut inside, dribble more, shoot more, and take more risks. Again, not got a good player on the right-hand side in terms of finishing. Please do not have shoot more often. Out of possession will be defaulted, giving us one last role, which of course is going to be the Harry Kane role as a deep line forward on roam, shorter passing, take more risks, and simply default. Now, it goes over quite easy. If you imagine the deep line forward, his instruction goes over to the tracking centre forward. The wingers, well, they go to the wingers. The AM goes to this CM. The box-to-box goes to this screening midfield player. The DLP goes to a DM, and the outfield, the fullbacks go to two pressing fullbacks, and the centre-backs go to the centre-backs. So it's actually a really easy way of playing football. Now, team instructions going to, obviously, in possession. We are going to play a shorter passing style, a higher tempo, standard time wasting, standard attacking transition, wider attacking width. The set pieces, keep ball in play for this one. Be more expressive, play through, short goal kicks, play to the centre-backs because we have two ball-playing defenders. Both flanks when it comes to the supporting runs. Balanced dribbling, both flanks when it comes to progress through. Pass reception, balanced, work ball into the box, and then these two, well, they're simply defaulted. Out of possession, the high press, the much higher defensive line, a bit like Flick with that, to be honest. Much more often, counter press, standard balance, trap outside, and also, yes, very, very good tactic that means nothing without this. This is going to be the attacking version, and then we're going to have a defensive version. Now, it's vital you have all three, because I never like to sort of shoot the gun too early with a lot of these games. I go in with a bit more of a balanced vibe, then I have a bit more of an attacking one to chase a game, a defensive one to defend a game. So that is why this right here, you haven't got free tactics loaded, you're not going to see the same results. As simple as that. So the big change, we go up to attacking. That's number one. The other big change is going to come in the likes of, pretty much, to be honest with you, the addition of this man. That is going to be a shadow striker who will be told to dribble more, make more runs, and simply, well, default when it comes to that. But as you can see, apart from two roles here, the shadow striker and the addition of the centre forward, who is actually going to be told to roam and take more risks. The reason why this is actually a lot more attacking comes down to the team instructions, the mentality. When it comes to how we defend out of possession, we are going to keep the shape, but what we simply do is introduce this role, which is going to be a pressing central midfield player, just to have a bit of urgency to win that ball back. Now, going over to the team instructions, we are going to be operating on shorter, a much higher tempo, less often, standard, wider, keep ball in play, be more expressive, play through, short, play to the centre-backs, both flanks, encourage dribbling, both flanks, pass reception, balanced. If you want to go a little bit more risky, you could pass into the space and also work ball into the box. Out of possession, not much really to change. Optional, you could get stuck in, but for me, I didn't really feel the need to do it. You also are going to need the defensive version of this tactic, and I'm going to show you the team instructions first, because it really paints the picture. So before we do that, it is on balance, by the way, so again, a key fundamental change. We're then going to go all the way down to much shorter, a standard tempo, more often on the time wasting, because we are trying to run the clock down. Hold the shape, again, really good for maintaining possession. What else is good for that? Be more disciplined on the creative freedom. We also keep the attacking width, keep ball in play, because it's okay playing for set pieces for the side of you get to time waste, but also flip the coin round. If you've got the ball and you're not kicking it out or playing for them, you've got the ball, you've got the possession, you're in control. So everything else remains very similar, apart from really the top row and this one here. And out of possession, we drop to standard, the high press, much more often, counter press, no, and trap outside. So a big, big difference. You factor in that, you factor in the mentality, you factor in this. We now defend in a deep 4-2-3-1, really, isn't it? Is what I would describe it as. So, and there's a big change up. So, for example, the fullbacks on the right-hand side is going to be defaulted in possession, then mark tight and tackle harder. On the left-hand side, default, mark tight and tackle harder. Nice and basic. Both of the DMs, the right-hand side, one instruction, more direct, and then default. On the left, he will simply be defaulted for both of the tabs. The AM is then allowed to still do what he does best, attack. So we are going to have him on default with dribble more and make more runs. We then have to sort of think about, right, okay, my fullbacks aren't as attacking, I still want width as we go up the pitch. Don't worry, we've got you covered. So the winger on the left, being told to stay wider. They can have the same instructions that they had before. So cut inside, dribble more, make more runs, shoot more often, with being defaulted. But now the right-hand side is also staying wider with roam on, cut inside, dribble more, make more runs, shoot more, take more risks while being defaulted, because essentially I have created a tactic that is very good defensively, which still allows for the front four to be, you know, attackers, because that is how we won our games, by scoring a very good amount of goals. The deep line forward remains exactly the same as the default version, but the big difference is we now defend in the same shape, but a lot deeper. So the DMs go to the DM, the AM goes to the CM, the wingers are going to be going to the tracking wide midfield players. That means they can go up and come down. The DLF goes to a TCF, which is a tracking centre forward, and we use 2 holding fullbacks. And that will give you 3 variants of a very, very good Kompany tactic, which again, if you do want to get the ultimate save file, you can go and get it. It's perfect. We don't just do it for Bayern, by the way. We've had all sorts. Basically, any realistic rebuild, there is now a file where you get everything preloaded. It saves a lot of time. It seems to be a real big hit with you guys at the moment, where you can just download a game save file, you get all the tactics preloaded, you get a very, very, very tailored research shortlist and the best set pieces. So very, very handy for people that just want to lock in and chill after a hard day's work, and I don't blame you, to be honest. So if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, whack on the sub bell, comment below what you want to see next. It can be a real life manager, it can be generic stuff, it can be a challenge. I mean, this year it's all about me getting you involved, I'll be honest. I want to see your tactics, I want to see what you've got. We had my mate Hamza send me one, which was an absolute honour. If you have got any more, please let me know in the comments. You can send it to me via Discord, Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, whatever it is, post. I don't mind. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.